West Ham shut down Chelsea's renewed attempt to sign Declan Rice. West Ham have dismissed Chelsea's renewed attempt to sign Declan Rice, with the Hammers adamant that the England international will not be sold this summer. The midfielder was a priority target for Frank Lampard during the Everton boss time at Stamford Bridge, but the Blues' interest cooled when Thomas Tuchel took charge. However, Rice enjoyed his finest campaign to date last term, and was West Ham's Player of the Year during an impressive season under David Moyes. Chelsea are looking to replace N'Golo Kante after the Frenchman suffered an injury-ravaged 18 months, and the Mirror say the Blues have stepped up their interest in Rice in recent days. Todd Boehly is keen to make a number of statement signings following his takeover of the club, and Rice would be a significant coup given the interest in him from rivals Manchester City and Manchester United. But West Ham have no intention of selling Rice, and they've reiterated that he is not for sale. Rice has 2 years left on his deal at the London Stadium, and the Hammers are ready to make him their highest-paid player of all time with a new deal. The Hammers value Rice at £150 million, which has put off interest from the top six. Juventus want £60 million plus Timo Werner from Chelsea for Matthijs De Ligt. Juventus are demanding a €70 million (£60.3 million) fee plus Timo Werner from Chelsea in exchange for Matthijs De Ligt, according to reports. Chelsea are looking to strengthen Thomas Tuchel's defensive options this summer following the departures of Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. An offer of €40 million (£34.4 million) plus Timo Werner has been submitted by Chelsea, but the bid has already been rejected by Juventus. According to Sky Sport Italia, Juventus have told Chelsea to pay €70 million (£60.3 million) and include Werner as part of the deal for De Ligt. Juventus are also prepared to sell De Ligt to Chelsea without including Werner in the deal, but are looking for a fee in the region of €100 million (£86.4 million). Chelsea, meanwhile, are understood to be confident that they will be able to conclude a deal for the Netherlands international this summer. Juventus spent £67.5 million on signing De Ligt from Ajax in 2019, and the defender still has 2 years remaining on his contract with the Italian club. When asked about his future earlier this month, De Ligt said, "There are ongoing conversations between me and Juventus. Right now I am focused on how I perform on the pitch. Once the right moment arrives I will decide to extend or to look further. I look at the sporting project. Ending fourth in a row for 2 years in a row is not good enough. Juventus knows this too. So being Juventus, we have to make steps. I'm a Juventus player, so I'm focused on that." Andreas Christensen says his final goodbye to Chelsea fans via social media. Denmark international Andreas Christensen has said his final goodbye to Chelsea fans as he leaves the club on a free transfer, following 10 years with the Blues. Christensen, 26, joined Chelsea when he was 16 from Brøndby in his native Denmark and went on to make 161 Chelsea appearances. The Dane had some stellar moments as a Chelsea player and was a huge part in the club's European success, as he played in every game of the 2018-19 Europa League campaign in which the Blues were successful. However, equally as impressive was when he came on for the injured Thiago Silva in the Champions League final victory against Manchester City. Unfortunately for Christensen, his time at Chelsea ended in a rather controversial way. His final game came in the 4-2 home defeat to Arsenal, where he was at fault for 2 of the opponent's goals. Despite this though, Christensen was due to start the FA Cup final against Liverpool, however pulled out of the squad the morning of the final, with reports stating that he didn't feel ready. This led to much frustration amongst Chelsea fans, and Christensen would not appear in a blue shirt again. Speaking on Instagram, Christensen said, "I was a young boy at Chelsea with all the hopes and fears of a player starting his career. I'm grateful to the whole club for making my dream come true. Last year was my proudest achievement as a player when we lifted the Champions League in Porto." Finally he said, "I will miss the players, staff and everyone here. I wish the best for the club in the future." Chelsea consider ex-Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain defender Maxwell to replace Marina Granovskaia. Former Barcelona and Paris Saint-Germain defender Maxwell is on Chelsea's shortlist to become one of their new directors, according to reports. Chelsea's hierarchy has seen major upheaval this summer, with both Bruce Buck and Marina Granovskaia leaving Stamford Bridge. On Monday, Petr Cech also announced that he has stepped down from his role as Chelsea's technical and performance director, which acted as a bridge between the squad and boardroom level. Chelsea are already seeking replacements and Liverpool's Michael Edwards is in the frame to become the club's sporting director once he leaves Anfield this summer. But according to Fabrizio Romano, Chelsea are also considering a move for Maxwell as he is one of many candidates on their shortlist. The former Brazilian defender was most recently an assistant sporting director at Paris Saint-Germain but left the club in 2019. Speaking about his decision to leave Chelsea, Cech said, "It has been a huge privilege to perform this role at Chelsea for the past 3 years. With the club under new ownership, I feel now is the right time for me to step aside. I am pleased that the club is now in an excellent position with the new owners, and I am confident of its future success both on and off the pitch." Chelsea's chairman and co-controlling owner, Todd Boehly said, "Petr Cech is an important member of the Chelsea family. We understand his decision to step away and thank him for his contributions as an advisor and his commitment to the club and to our community. We wish him the best." Chelsea opened talks with Manchester City over double move for Raheem Sterling and Nathan Arkay. Chelsea have opened talks with Manchester City over a move for both Raheem Sterling and Nathan Arkay. The Blues have made a move for Sterling a top priority this summer with Thomas Tuchel eager for the club to sign the England international. The German boss wants to add more firepower to his side this summer, but defence is also an area of concern following the departures of Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. According to the Daily Telegraph, Chelsea have now turned to their former defender Arkay as part of their summer rebuild. Arkay made his Chelsea debut back in 2012 and made 17 senior appearances for the club. In 2017, he joined Bournemouth in a £20 million deal, having impressed on loan the previous season. Following Bournemouth's relegation to the Championship in 2020, he joined City in a deal worth £40 million. According to The Telegraph, Chelsea co-owner Todd Boehly contacted City on Monday to discuss their valuation of both Sterling and Arkay, with the Blues keen to sign both players. Tuchel previously tried to sign Arkay while he was in charge of Borussia Dortmund, with the 27-year-old open to the idea of returning to London. Chelsea have inquired into Matthijs De Ligt's availability, but Juventus are holding out for at least £60m, and also want Timo Werner as part of the deal. Arkay has won 2 Premier League titles and a League Cup in his 2 years in Manchester, but started just 10 league matches last season, with a further 8 starts coming in cup competitions. Chelsea to press ahead in pursuit of Inter Milan defender Milan Skriniar. With both Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen set to depart Chelsea this summer, Thomas Tuchel has earmarked Milan Skriniar to help fill the void these two will leave behind. Given the defensive setup he has employed thus far at Chelsea, it will be crucial that Thomas Tuchel effectively replaces Rudiger and Christensen, the two central defenders whose contracts are set to expire this summer. According to recent reports, the German is set to solidify his interest in Slovakian defender Milan Skriniar of Inter Milan. Reports today by Di Marzio claimed that Chelsea holds an interest in bringing the 27-year-old to London this summer and are set to deepen the discussions with Inter Milan shortly. Chelsea reportedly expressed their interest in the Slovakian during negotiations for the loan of forward Romelu Lukaku and are poised to ramp up their interest shortly. Di Marzio also claims that PSG is interested in Skriniar, which might potentially be why Chelsea is keen to speed up negotiations. Todd Boehly is currently negotiating transfers and could build up equity with Chelsea fans by securing this acquisition. Skriniar has blossomed into a formidable centre-back in Milan, starting 35 league matches this summer and forming a partnership with Stefan de Vrij and Alessandro Bastoni, 2 other defenders Chelsea may target. He would be a player experienced enough to slot in seamlessly in place of someone like Rudiger, which explains why Tuchel is so eager to bring him aboard.
That is all Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.